You've never seen a trailer like this. The consumption of 100 kilometers only requires the powerful power of low carbon and cost-effective dual sturdy design. It's not just about making your home wherever you go, and all the amenities are there. Although space is a shortcoming, but the interior space only accommodates one person more than enough. And all you need is a bicycle. RV frame. The shelves are all assembled from waste wood. The boy said, it's a fantastic way to get around. Today, the boy drove to a pleasant place. The picturesque environment here let him decide to camp here. Open the door. The interior of the RV suddenly appeared. It's not hard to see that the boy has all the travel gear. Hang ambient lights that provide night lighting. At the same time, it can also scare away nearby jackals due to the cold winter in Mississippi. It is necessary to install a convenient fireplace in advance. After all, I rode for a few hours. It's already cold enough to doubt life. Once the camping facilities are in place, next up is lunch. Outdoor free. The bench provided him with great convenience. These living utensils are small and don't take up space. The boy assembled it in 3 tales of effort. The main thing is a convenient and convenient. Less than 10 minutes. Cook a hot lunch. Although this sticky food, it doesn't look delicious, but we don't know, and we dare not ask. However, it is not difficult to see from the satisfied expression of the young man. He seems to be very obsessed with this kind of food. Eat and drink. The boy decisively returned to the RV to warm up. Close the door. Not only does it look so miniature, even the fireplaces are so kawaii. Due to the small space in the RV, in just a few minutes, the heat spreads through the entire RV. You can't imagine his hands. This thing I took turned out to be a hairdryer. Everything here is so small and exquisite. Just pull it apart to blow air into the fireplace. Make a cup of refreshing coffee. Enjoy the beautiful scenery outside the window. This is the pinnacle of RV travel. Since it's an RV trip, then enjoy your surroundings. Also as a way to yo-yo the dog. The trickle of water is named the replacement of white jade, so iconic. The riverside scenery shows the beauty of winter. A pair of geese streak across the sky. It is not difficult to see that in addition to the pleasant scenery here, the ecology here is vibrant. All things coexist in harmony. This beautiful movement of nature, it was mesmerizing, like a poem, so as to collect some lumber nearby. Prepare enough campfires for the evening, and this huge bonfire in front of me. Enough to prove, here is a gathering place for winter travel enthusiasts. The environment here looks so comfortable. The silver-clad earth at this time. Snowflakes fall like poetry. Unknowingly, the prelude to the night slowly opened. Working in such an environment. Absolutely unique. Although the food on the plate is not rich, but enough to comfort the father of hunger, the simplicity of life also reveals its true and delicious face. After the gym, the night came as scheduled. The fireplace in the trailer never went out. Just add wood and fire. Let the warmth embrace every corner. Worried about the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning at night, he also carefully prepared one carbon monoxide measuring instrument. As soon as the alarm goes off, just open the window for ventilation. This kid is really wily. How did it go? This low-carbon and economical way to travel in an RV, does it inspire your desire to experience it with your friends? If you have this idea in your heart, please boldly let him out. Wilderness construction with moss was once known as man reduction. Speed, belt, and couples watch more love. Solid wood construction plus clay smoke. The depth is to 0.5 Urban meters. Red sausage oil pot is not bad for outdoor life. The rich man's villa is 2 acres wide. People who have no money live less than 5 meters 5. This man's name is Carl. Wilderness building is his main business, and the outdoor experience is a side hustle. Greece has a land area of 130 to 1,000 square kilometers, and hills account for about 3/4 of it. So as long as you have no money and free time, no one cares which mountain you settle on. Of course, there is also considerable attention paid to the location. Follow the signs of Zunlongju. Sit north and face south. Dijongshun is a site for Yijongwen. If there is moisture, in less than 3 days, the one person and 1 dog are standard for outdoor travel. Dogs have very little food to share. It can also act as a living pillow anytime, anywhere. He can even help his master pull the fat claws a few times, and said he was tired. This is not a dog's job. The foundation doesn't have to be dug deep. After all, digging is not for burying people, as long as it is relatively flat. You can dig a suitable chicken pit in the ground. This makes it convenient to arrange the load-bearing owner of the house. Because the terrain is spacious enough, Carl is going to do a studio apartment. To this end, he arranged a total of 9 load-bearing masters, and from the living room door to the bedroom. So, you can cook and live indoors. And Carl collected as much wood as he could from the construction process. This little tree that goes west of the river is just the right size, straight and slender. It is the best product to measure. Brew yourself a cup of tea in your spare time. Let the body and mind find a moment of peace and relaxation. I like Carl a lot. A leisurely style. You're not looking at wilderness construction. It's what I want. A free soul that is hard to reach. And for the bedroom, he chose a ramp. The house doesn't have to be too high. Just lie down. Fortunately, the winter here has just passed through a blizzard. The big tree of the green hammer has been broken in time. It can also continue to play its value for collecting wood. The speed at which Carl collects wood, like the water of the Yellow River coming from the sky. Infinite. After a while, I collect it to full stiles. Break it to the right length. Add to the roof of the house. The construction of the wall is also made of pure wood. While it's still early, Carl collects all the materials at once. Gather the soil from the planer. Water another pot of Nongfu Spring in the position of kneading dough. After 49 get raised lion heads one by one. It's not because it's stickier. It's more fun. And then you just mix clay with wood. It goes up layer by layer. The construction of the wall is a very meticulous process. Carl's architectural memory is superb. A solid facade was built in just 2 hours. He strives for perfection. Nuanced. The gap in the light transmission of the curtain is also carefully handled. Let the rough house defects sell quietly. Although the house has not yet reached the level of occupancy, but the essence of Carl's life. Make your own bed first. You can also enjoy a relaxing midday nap. The wooden bed 1/2 meter wide, since it is his safe place. It is also a cozy corner to share with dogs. And that oversized French window. It is the soul of the whole house. Let him and the dog be available and enjoy the beautiful scenery outside the window. Carl and the dog wake up from lunch break, start preparing dinner. He pulls out the potatoes and shows his unique chopping skills, like Africans moving rivers with knives directly in their hands. With ease, potatoes in his hands. It's also precisely sliced. Mixed from Aunt's house. The beef and meat vegetables that come out are nutritious and delicious. The sun sets like a picturesque poem, standing by the campfire. Modern cuisine abroad. He didn't stop while he waited. Continue to finish the finishing touches of the shelter. This cozy little house of wood and clay. His perfect cap is coming soon. In order to survive the cold night, have enough temperature. Left a place for the chimney before it was capped. Portable fireplace chimney can be rolled up, light material. Carl Venus assembles to make the night warm. This little device contains his love for life. Add a warm color to the night. And the dog lying on the bed sleeping naively is his most loyal companion in the world. Curl of cooking smoke. It's getting dark. It's quiet all around. At this moment, potato stew on the campfire is fresh from the oven. They sat around the campfire enjoying a delicious meal. Each other's company. The dog is happily wagging its tail, waiting for the master's reward. I'm full of wine and food and a glass of cappuccino. Immerse yourself in the sweet silence. Time. Carl woke up in the morning light. The sun shines on my face through the window. Get ready for a new day. Only company and warmth flow in the air. It's a beautiful picture. Today is the decoration of the outside of the house. Carl went to the stream and made a pot of clear spring. I saw him lay the sausage tiled with the drill board, split into. The fire in the shelter is burning. Sausage, and but placed on the stove. The aroma pervades between flips. Food inheritance at the table. With dogs, sharing the morning with each meal is quiet and tranquil. A hearty breakfast. Injecting energy into the new day. Thanks to some dry leaves nearby. Use it as a roof. Can play an indoor moisture-proof in full effect. But to be conservative, Carl still put a layer of waterproof on it. Full coverage with clay. To prevent him from being carried away by the strong. And finally irrigate the fountain of life. Offer his claws that line the tree all day. Give the roof a full body treatment. Anyway, I'm idle. Then give him another room of tiles. This painting style is mundane and comical, but with his own innocence and humor. Living room top. He chooses the freshest moss. Pieces are laid on the roof. It's like giving this hut in the wilderness. Put on a green slippery length. Life can be green for you, and you can also choose to cash back to him. Let yourself be the player who has the last laugh. Carl's true happiness. It's not about how much stuff you have. It's about connecting with nature and inner contentment. This is his pursuit of a simple life. Food, his yearning for freedom. If you brush to an episode of wilderness camping before bed, then your kid can be regarded as a cover. He's the most significant other. It will definitely make you sleep until dawn. It's still snowing in the mountains at the end of February. At this moment, a man and a dog broke the silence. Saikun is 28 this year, wandering all year round without returning. Come to the mountains for fun. If you don't agree, you go. It is not difficult to see from the snow on the surface. Walking in such an environment is like facing an abyss, compared to the hustle and bustle of the city. Sure enough, the wild is still more relieving. Saikun walked for 2.5 hours, came to a relatively open field. After obtaining the dog's consent, unload the third-level package and officially enter the wilderness camping mode. The boy opened the tent and skillfully assembled it. It's not hard to see. He is concerned about the construction of the camping. Very familiar. But compared to his brilliant way of building, I still admire him more. Challenge such cold courage. Wait for the tent to be assembled. You can move to an absolutely empty position. This will prevent snow from accumulating on the trees. Greetings from above. For the experienced Saikun. It's all mechanical. Subsequently, you can clean out the chicken blood inside one by one. It's not hard to see that his dog is enjoying the process. When playing with dogs, you can take the bag and enter the main. It's not hard to see from his large and small bags of equipment. Dazzling equipment. Dazzling equipment. The goose feather snow at this time is still puzzled, although Saikun has been in a state of exercise. But he was still shivering with cold. It's great to install a warm fireplace in advance. Let's say we live in the wild. Most of the supplies are 0 yuan dogs. I saw him gather this kind of branches that go down the river as a heating material at night. By the time I'm done with all this, 2 hours have passed. It's time to arrange a pot of boiling water for yourself. Spare time. Bring the dog. Let's enjoy the peace and quiet of this forest together. After enjoying the jungle snow scene with the dog, it is already night, so I can arrange the place to sleep tonight. Wait for Anton to play tiger. Then came the delicious dinner. However, because the body is too cold, Psycho decided to make himself a cappuccino first. From the details of how he stuffed the bag into his pocket, it can be seen that this kid still attaches great importance to environmental awareness. Instant noodles, the only food in the world that is only called dal noodles. According to my research, all dal noodles are instant noodles. Under the guidance of an attractive force, Saiken starts cooking tonight's meal. I don't know in such a snowy environment. Eating dal noodles heartily, what does it feel like? After eating, have a cup of hot tea to refresh the mind, and some snack cookies. This little outdoor vacation is comfortable. The next morning, the temperature is already close to minus 20 degrees. Saiken came to the edge of the puddle. Prepare to warm yourself up with a pot of hot tea. After eating and drinking, he starts packing his bags to experience the next recording. Sure enough, wilderness camping is the most fun to shoot in a different place. So for this type of camping, do you want to experience it too? This is a massive tens of thousands of tons of shelter. It is built under a natural boulder. The whole house is supported by several high-quality logs. The space inside is not only very open, the exterior shape is also quite unique. Here, you can drink tea casually every day. Appreciate the mountains and rivers in front of you. It's not a good time to live like this, because the wife took 5 babies and ran back to her parents' house. Such a rare life alone. Agwon decided to go out and have a good experience. Apparently, this guy is lucky today. He soon discovered a natural cave. Although the interior space is slightly cramped, but you just have to do something about it. Might make a nice place to live. Apparently, this kid came prepared today. Others thank nature for its gifts. They all cry first, and Agwon's approach, removing the black cut, is a physical escape. After the weeds and leaves are cleared, such a perfect cave. Even if you don't need to build, You can live for 10 days and in order to show the friends in front of the screen what they are good at, Huo Aguang decided to show everyone his hand. He first looked at the cave. Then he waved the manuscript head and began to dig out the sides of the foundation. The geology that runs here is relatively solid. It is also easy to let Aguang do the work. A suitable foundation was dug up in less than 2.5 hours. To live in such a beautiful environment, probably only in Southeast Asia. Only such a view. And the excavated soil can also be used to fill. After 49 hits, make the ground flight strong. Here we go. And he starts building the house. I saw that he selected a few unclaimed small trees. Under the intense attack of his ruthless iron hand, the untalented tree was easily knocked down. As for the sudden addition of these deforming plates, I suspect this kid is cheating, but I have no solid evidence. Play. This kid is not good at building houses at all. I saw that he skillfully measured the size of the bed, then disconnect the corsets in turn. It can be used as the top beam of the bed and isolated from the ground. Perfectly avoid the risk of rheumatism. Although Aguang is only over a meter tall, but he still made the bed board to 0.5 meters. The groove cut out of the bed board is the finishing touch. Even if my sister-in-law small columns will not affect night operation. They say hair removal phoenixes are worthless, but Aguang's 1,000-year-old cave plans to live for 100 years. He first sharpened the straight tree brother. This only requires 7 layers of skill. It can be firmly embedded in the soil. And this is also the main force behind the exterior wall. Yahiro skillfully reserved the position of the gate. Don't look at him. He's only 28, but he has the face of a 48-year-old. It is an ancient symbol of maturity and stability. Even the construction methods are slightly different. Fix the main frame of the house first. And then it's like building blocks. Put it back in place. The construction of the wall is a meticulous task. The cutting of the length of the wood is a test of human skills. Fortunately, Aguang watches the wilderness of colorful. The main thing to build is a lot of experience. The design of doors and windows also requires some thought. He pursues perfection. Put every piece of wood. Try to make sure there is no difference of 1 centimeter. The resulting house is not only neat and orderly, it also looks beautiful. As the final capping pillar comes to an end, Aguang's megalithic hut also provides scale, and the eyesore of the door leaking air. He also achieved all-round no dead ends. After the unremitting efforts of Takunchi, we congratulate Aguang for successfully. When it's all done, he started work on the gate. Pick some corsets of the same size first. Disconnect in sequence strictly according to the size of the door. This process may seem simple. It's actually not difficult to do at all. By the way, let me remind you before that. One side of the door, be sure to reserve a position of 10 centimeters up. It depends on the direction you open the door. Whichever way you go in the opposite direction. Soon Aguang made a grand door. Look at the neat way. Anyway, 3 years of carpentry experience. Finally on the list for free vines. Let's just say it's really good to live in the wild. Many materials can be purchased for 0 yuan. When I thought this kid was going to check in with his bag, I still underestimate this guy. I saw him pick up the manuscript. Start building the stairs in front of the door. A 1,000-year-old boulder under his transformation. It's like a little natural paradise. Inverted shovels take turns. As the saying goes, if you want to get rich, build roads first. This is Aguang. Poetry and distance in the ideal life. Aguang who has worked all day. It's time to treat yourself. Arrange. I saw that he found a few beautiful tree brothers. One end can be sharpened and inlaid to the surface. This construction method, it is also the most primitive simple stove. Everyone else brings their own small gas tank when they go out. But Aguang's main focus is to save and save. Because Southeast Asia, still more popular firewood rice. At this moment, I only blame the colorful cat for its poor. Otherwise, the Highlands would have to sing a poem. These 2 bags of the instant noodles were originally bought by the wife for herself. Considering that eating too much instant noodles is easy to get angry, Aguang decided to share the pain for his wife. After a wait of 7 minutes and 08 seconds, the delicious food is also freshly baked. He is already hungry at the moment. Immediately take a big bite to hide and taste a bite. Carbohydrates are more than 10 times that of beef. Living in such a beautiful natural oxygen bar, it is undoubtedly a life that cannot be envied by internal inspection in the city. The sky has come to an end. Light a warm bonfire. He enjoyed the peace and quiet of the wilderness. Indoor and outdoor neon signs gave this man the color of his youth. So far, Hiro officially embarks on his wilderness vacation. So, for this carefree outdoor lifestyle, do you also want to experience it in front of the screen?